I'd like to call this meeting back to order. Can I have a motion for executive session minutes, May 11th, 2026? And, oh, I'm sorry. Roll call. Roll call, please.
Mary Jo Dentino,
Present.
Mrs. Galnick,
Present.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Present.
Mrs. Maschke,
Present.
Mr. Pillis,
Here.
Mr. Tercey,
Here.
Mrs. Henry,
Here.
Ms. Johnson.
Okay.
You're
Here we go.
You're here.
So I'm here.
She's here.
Yes,
She's here.
yes.
Now you go. Right.
And I have a motion, please, for executive session minutes, May 11th, 2026 and June 1st, 2026.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ms. Dentino,
Abstain.
Mrs. Galnick,
Abstain.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Abstain.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pillis,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes. And I have a motion for board minutes, regular, May 11th, 2026, and special meeting, June 1st.
Moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Dentino,
Abstain.
Mrs. Galnick,
Abstain.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Abstain.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pillis,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes. Before we go to public comments, Mr. Bilodeau, do you have anything to add?
Mrs. Johnson, good evening. Yes, I do. For the members of the board, good evening. Everybody, welcome to our board office. So if you give me a few minutes, I do have a few changes to the agenda this evening. So on the superintendent's report under 7.6A, I'm trying to go through these. 7.6A does not have an attachment. And I would like to add a preschool teacher. The teacher's name is Eunice Kim. Eunice Kim replaces employee number 5866. She will be a preschool teacher at Glen Landing Middle School, step 1 with a master's degree. She will garner $68,615, and her contract would be dated September 1st. That would be an add to 7.6A. The second change, these are items that have attachments under 7.6C. In that particular one, all sorts of neat colors here. So under 7.6C, there's a typo. So from second row from the bottom, it had said, has presented employee number 5562. Please change that to employee number 5526. All other information there is as presented. So 5562 is really 5526. Under 7.6I, which is the transfer list. Under 7.6I, the final row as presented in typeset, it says 5562. Again, that is 5526. All other information on that is the same, from and to, the salary and the effective date. I would like to add under 7.6I, this is an add. That add would be employee number 4239. That replaces employee number 4198. Going from principal, Gloucester Township Elementary School, to human resources supervisor, for a salary of $152,000 per annum with an effective date of July 1, 2026. under item, that's 8.4 AJ. I know that's on Mr. McCauley's report, but it is the schedule of meetings for the Board of Education. Under 8.4 AJ, there's a typo. The public hearing should not read the 2026-27 school budget. It should read the 2027-2028 budget. All other information is the same, and they are the changes.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we're opening the floor for public comments on the agenda items only. Anyone like to speak?
Hold on. Are you tabling that double item under yours, H and I?
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
One second.
oh, sorry.
Oh,
No, you can say.
no, stay there.
Yeah.
You're duplicated.
Actually, that, Mrs. Dentino, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say that. I believe it is under the superintendent's, the board secretary's presentation for professionals. There was under 8.4 H and 8.4 I, they had held a spot for engineering services. We are in the midst of tabulating those scoring sheets, so I'd like to withdraw those two items and bring them back in the month of July for board consideration. So H and I are withdrawn tonight.
No, he'll just withdraw it. He'll just, when he presents his report, those won't be in here. So we'll
Will be
be saying
as
as
amended.
amended. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Long.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Thank you
No,
for
you're
being patient.
Just need your name and town and voice.
I am Adriana Ganassi. I am a substitute at Glen Landing Middle School. I have been working in the district now 5 years. Okay, now I gotta read. I actually was a nursing major prior to working in the school, and then I started and I fell in love with it. So I switched my major to education because I want to become a teacher in the district at some point, hopefully within the next year. Okay, I already said that. I absolutely love my job. I love my coworkers. Not many substitutes are here today because one, they were either let go or are fearing they will lose their jobs for speaking out. So I come here today for every single sub, whether they're a super sub or a full-time sub, it doesn't matter. I'm speaking for the ones who are scared and who have not been renewed. And you have hired new subs, which is fine at the new pay rate. But my only ask is for at least the subs that have already put the hard work in, have been here for at least a few years, have had the pay rate that we've had, to at least be grandfathered in. That is honestly the only ask I could say. One, I just got the benefits. I was finally able because I was an aide and then became a sub. So I applied for the benefits and then I found out the benefits were cut. So one, I had to stop that. So now I don't have insurance. And two, not knowing what my checks are going to be before I even get the insurance is what scared me. I should be buying a house. I just got out of the military in October. I was not coming here thinking I was going to get a pay cut. I thought I was going to start my career. I left one career to come to another, and now it's in jeopardy. I'm losing 20% of my pay. I have at least 700 deductions that come out of my check alone at 220. I'm just making it. I'm just comfortable. If it gets cut, we're not going to even make a $1,500 check a month. And that doesn't even include the days that we don't work or the days that we have off. We won't get that. It'll be different. It's going to hurt a lot of people, especially the hardworking ones that we've had for years. The connections that I have made, like my family has worked in the education, especially Gloucester Township, for at least the last 25 years alone. from my mom, my grandmother, me, my wife, actually, she just left. So I at least asked that hopefully we could be grandfathered in at that rate. I know it's still not really finished yet, but that's my only ask. That's our last ask, our last plea of just hearing us out. I think that's it. I didn't really read off this, but it's fine.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak?
Got some.
Hi, my name's Caitlin Burnite. I recently this year I got moved over to Union Valley and I took over the Spanish teacher position. And I, like many subs, I got a letter saying that I would not be renewed because of budget cuts. I'm not a first year hire substitute. I was recently at Ariel, and I just feel that there wasn't a lot of consideration taken in when making certain budget cut decisions on who you cut. Because I'm trying to figure out where I thought I was doing great at my position. I thought everything was fine. And then the rug got pulled out from underneath of me. I was accepted this position. I put in my own money to make the curriculum what it is because I don't speak Spanish. I am not I don't even go to school for teaching. My degree is in culinary arts. I do this to make by, and I love the students and I love the kids. And many of the kids found out through other people that I would not be coming back next school year. And the amount of children that cried to me on the last day of school, I felt like something was ripped out. And I don't see how, with me showing the consistency that I didn't request off very often, I wasn't out often, and showing the willingness that I took to take this step forward and to fill in a position that our Spanish teacher quit 21 days into the school year. I was in this position 159 days, the entire school year. So thinking that I was with these budget cuts, thinking that my job was at least safe, I would have taken the pay cut. I would have taken the health insurance cut, knowing that I have my husband to fall back on. Luckily, he's in a job where we can afford our bills. But with this happening, now I have to figure something out for this next school year because I wasn't thinking that I was going to get cut in the position that I was in. So I just want you to take into consideration, doesn't have to be about my job, but just even with any of the subs that were cut for this year, just take into consideration what they were doing throughout the school year. Yeah, some of them may have been day-to-day subs, like they filled in that position, filled in this position, but like the ones that were long-term assignments for a school year, maybe they did one a couple of years in a row, just take into consideration how this affects even like the students that they had to sit there and form a relationship with. Because it does more than just take a toll on us, it took a toll on them. Especially, as I said, most of the ones that found out that I was not going to be returning were older kids that know, because I live in the area, so they know people that I know. So they found out through things like that.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
There was someone in the back. Can I help you?
Hi.
Hello.
I concur with
Who's have your-
practically.
Your name,
Oh, I'm
please?
sorry. Yeah, my name is John Ferry. I live at 22 Holly Lane, Blackwood. I pretty much confer with everything I've heard so far and in previous times here about the subs. The subs are probably some of the hardest working people in your school system. And what they put up with on a daily basis cannot be measured in dollars. But what I have to say here And what I'd like to do is I have a report that I'd like to put into the record, and it does relate to the subs as well. So I have a copy for every,
To our board secretary, please, and he'll incorporate that into the minutes, sir.
okay.
Thank you. That's Mr. Mercoles to your right. Okay, we'll distribute that and then incorporate it into the official record. That's enough. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yep. There are 9 of us and we're good to go. All right.
And that's pretty much all I have. I'm available for any of the questions, and my phone number and email address is there at any point in time that you would like to chat with me about the entire report.
We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you. You pass out the copy.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anybody else.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Donna Ellison. I am a substitute teacher at AMO Middle School. And I'd just like to say that my position is not just to walk in a classroom every day and sub for a teacher. It's more than that. I'm a grandmother to some of them. I'm my mom to some of them. It's a rapport that we have. And for these subs to be shuffled around, it not only disrupts us, but it disrupts the students as well. There are times when teachers can't control a student and I can step in and control that student. It's a rapport. It's about more than just money. Inflation's up, our paychecks go down. It's not fair. It is not fair. I'm not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for all the substitutes. And the subs that I do work with, they're very hard working substitute teachers. We do some of everything. We volunteer time when we're not even on the clock because of the students. I really wish that this had not been approved and more consideration had been given to it, because we deserve better than this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Hello.
Hello, my name is Tatiana Reynolds. You guys heard from me from the last meeting. Once again, we're just asking for even just a grandfathering system in terms of these substitutes. I've been doing this for 5 years now. And in those 5 years, I'm not just a substitute teacher. I've been a behavioral one-to-one. I've been a one-to-one aide to kids who aren't classified but still need the extra support. I've even had to teach myself to be the school secretary when we lost our secretary. I've taught myself to do many different positions because they weren't taught to us. Everybody had to be flexible. Everybody had to learn how to do different jobs. We do more than just what everybody thinks a sub does, turns on a movie, calls it a day. We had to teach ourselves curriculums that we've never seen before. We've had to teach ourselves new ways to do math and reading that we've never done before. We've had to put in a lot of our own extra time just to be able to give these kids the consistency and education that they deserve. So we're just asking for something as simple as a grandfathering system for those who have worked. Something similar to tenure. If you've worked this long, you get to keep it. We're not asking for anything crazy. We just ask that you guys see us and see everything that we have done. All the work that we have personally put in to do our jobs and to keep the environment safe, keep the environment productive, and keep these kids happy. Mr. Bilodeau, you yourself said at one of the sub meetings, you'd be willing to pay a little more to have people that these kids know and trust in the building at all times. This is our opportunity to keep that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Seeing none, this portion is closed. And I have the report of the solicitor.
Sure. Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. My items were primarily discussed in executive session tonight. However, I just want to acknowledge that if you see on the agenda, tonight will be my last meeting here. My firm has decided to move on good terms, of course. I just want to thank the current board members, current administration. I see some past board members in the audience, everyone I work with, students, staff, for a great 12 years. And I appreciate everything and everybody. And I hope everybody keeps moving forward in the right direction and always keep the kids first. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to board committee reports. I will start Buildings and Grounds. We met on May 4th and we spoke about the fire alarm replacements, hallway painting, and also possible boiler replacements in schools. And also the fact that we are looking into a preschool building, which may be coming down the line, hopefully. That will have to be a referendum on the taxes. So that's my report for Buildings and Grounds. Transportation.
Yep. So we met on May 11th, and what we discussed was the bus driver shortage, and we discussed how we can combat that. That was wage increases, performance bonuses, so we can have more drivers with just this time where drivers are going everywhere. Additionally, we brainstormed new initiatives and technology that could provide increased safety at bus stops.
Thank you. How about policy?
We met on May 26th via Zoom. We talked about various policies from petty cash to 5710 and about the second reading, and if anybody had any questions. So
Thank you. How about HIB, the HIB committee?
There was an ad hoc committee meeting that took place on May 28th, and we discussed it in closed session tonight.
Okay, thank you. All right, the report of the superintendent, Mr. Bilodeau, please.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. As part of my report, there are two discussion items for the Board of Education. First item, we have a guest, Monique Powell. Ms. Powell has been good enough to serve as the CPAG liaison coordinator for this past school year. She did contact the board office and asked to provide an update on what initiatives and traction the CPAG group for the Gloucester Township Public Schools has done this year. So Ms. Powell, welcome to Gloucester Township. And the floor is yours to address the board. Wherever you want.
Yeah, we do have the mic down. We're going to provide you with a microphone just so that the recording can pick you up. Yep.
You have one, Tim?
I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start off with telling you a little bit about what a CPAG is and what our particular mission is. A Special Education Parent Advisory Group, CPAG, is a state-mandated, parent-led, district-supported group that advises on special education programs, policies, and practices. CPAG strengthens partnerships between families and schools to improve outcomes for students with disabilities. All parents, caregivers, and community members interested in special education are welcome. Each district must have a CPAG to provide input on issues concerning students with disabilities. What is our CPAG's mission here in Gloucester Township? Our mission is the Gloucester Township Special Education Parent Advisory Group is to advocate for equitable access to education, empower families, and create a supportive environment that benefits parents and the broader community. And I'm going to go ahead and give Monique oh yeah, you're up next. Okay, here you go, Bev.
Hi, my name is Beverly Izquierdo, and I'm a resident of Gloucester Township and a part of the CPAG. So I'm just going to go over some of the achievements and accomplishments that we've had this school year. So just to start off, we partner with the Bridge of Books Foundation, which resulted in books being donated for our families. We also, in January, did a hot chocolate and conversation parent event. And we also created and distributed our CPEG brochure during the school year, as well as launch our CPEG Facebook. In addition, we participated in the back to school nights at the various schools so that we can increase awareness and connect with parents in the district. And at our last meeting, we had the Department of Health and Human Services Special Child Health Services Unit distribute information as far as available resources in the community, specifically geared to children who have special needs. And we are also looking to have them come back this school year as well.
Hi, my name is Natasha Palmer. I'm gonna squeeze by you for a second. I actually had a PowerPoint, but we're not able to share it at the moment, but I am going to pass out copies of it. So if you could just take one and pass it around. I won't go over the whole thing. I'll just give you a highlight. Sorry. But essentially, we conducted a survey of all Gloucester Township families. It ran from January to about February officially, but we accepted responses until about March. We ended up receiving about 93 responses, which is about 6% of the population. The survey was available in both Spanish and English. The district sent out flyers, they sent home flyers, they sent out emails. We also sent out messages to the listserv that we have in order to try to get as much information as possible. Trying to do this really, really fast. If any board members are interested in the actual data, or if you want to see it kind of up close, I know it's kind of hard to see it on these little sheets of paper. We're happy to email out the slides with all the specific information. But essentially, when we received the data, we looked at it by a couple different demographics. We broke it down by school, we broke it down by program type, we broke it down by program specialty, we broke it down by IEP versus 504, all in an effort to see, if the response has changed based on what type of program a student was participating in. So not going to go into all those details, but like I said, I have them. We can send it out, and it is a little hard to see, but it is available in what I just handed out. Essentially, some of the great things that came out is the overall satisfaction. Parents overall appear to be very satisfied, and they consistently express strong satisfaction with teachers and related services. Where we saw some of the major concerns was around communication, consistency, and access to supports. There were also some questions on whether parents and guardians feel like they're well-versed on the child study team process, which had kind of the overall lowest rating. And again, there was 4 specific Likert scale questions where we asked parents to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. And we broke that down by different demographics, which I have handed out, and we're happy to share with anyone who's interested. We did report on this information at our last CPAG meeting, and I'm trying to go quickly. Sorry. But I just want to get to some of the strengths, as well as strengths identified families, as well as challenges identified by families. By far, the school district's strongest assets were their teachers and counselors. Families consistently praised individual educators for their compassion, skill, and responses. There were many celebratory moments that were tied directly to teacher support. Parents said that their students were making visible progress, positive IEP meeting experiences were common, and they feel like they really valued inclusive practices. Now, when we broke that down by school district, when we disaggregated the data, we did see a little bit of change. Some school buildings had more positive responses about those items than others, so that would be something that the school district may want to look into. And again, I'm happy to share that data broken down. Some of the challenges that were identified by family were communication, as I mentioned earlier, with the child study team, case managers, and counselors. Parents sometimes reported delayed responses, unclear next steps, and difficulty reaching case managers and staff. And this was consistent across all schools. This was consistent across all demographics. And the other thing was inconsistent implementation of IEP and 504 plans, as well as just a lack of clarity and understanding of what services were available. That was something that repeatedly came up. Parents don't know what they don't know. So they weren't aware of what services were available, what the criteria were to access them, and how to access them. So that was something that repeatedly came up. And then in terms of, then the other thing was mental health and social skills needs, transitions. That appeared to another common point of stress for parents. They felt like they weren't clear on the transition process between elementary to middle school and middle school to high school. I don't know if there are any other special education, any other parents here with kids who have special needs, but we're planners. So we tend to plan about a year, 2 years in advance. So getting notification and information about middle school and high school in March is late for us because we have to get our kids ready and we have to lay that foundation early and often. So that was one of the things that came up a lot was just the transition points. And then perceptions of administrative responses, that was something that varied across buildings too. So what's the implication? We've given all this information, we have all this data. What does this actually mean for the school district? Survey findings suggest that this district has a strong foundation built on dedicated educators and meaningful student growth. Families consistently expressed appreciation for teachers and related service providers, and family service providers and meaningful student growth. The opportunities to improve were communication, consistency, and transparency across schools, prioritizing standardized communication practices, such as maybe, setting a deadline on how quickly staff should be responding to staff. Is it 2 days, 3 days? What makes sense for a parent to receive a message back from staff? Making sure that's consistent across all buildings and all positions, strengthening transition planning, expanding mental health and social emotion supports, and increasing awareness of available services will help ensure that students and families experience consistent support regardless of their school or grade level. And we think these improvements have the potential to strengthen family trust, increase collaboration, and improve educational outcomes for both students with IEPs and 504s. But I do want to reiterate that most of the information in here was positive, so kudos on that.
Okay, and I'm just gonna close us out. So before we conclude, on behalf of the Special Education Advisory Group, we would like to extend our special thanks to Dr. Martin, Kevin O'Brien, Erica Harmon, and Margaret Grace, for your continued support throughout the school year. Your partnership and commitment to our students with disabilities and their families have made a meaningful difference in CPAC's growth and success. Since CPAC was reestablished in January 2025, we have made tremendous progress in a short time. We also recognize that we are still learning, growing, and working together as parents, caregivers, and community partners. We remain committed to building a strong collaborative advisory group that supports families and serves as a positive partner with the district. As we continue to grow, we are always looking for parents, caregivers, and community members to join our working group. If anyone here this evening or anyone watching online is interested in getting involved, please feel free to reach out to us through our email at Glow Township, and that's abbreviated GLOW, GLO Township, TWP, CPEG @gmail.com, or our Facebook page at Gloucester Township CPEG. As we look ahead to the 2026-27 school year, CPEG is decided to continue strengthening our collaboration with the district. We would like to schedule an introductory meeting in September with the new special education director and, if possible, the superintendent to begin discussing the parent concerns and priorities identified through our survey. Our goals for the coming year are to expand transition planning services and resources, provide parent workshop focused on understanding special education and parent rights, and host a community resource fair that connects families with local organizations and valuable support services. Thank you to the Board of Education for your continued partnership and for allowing the CPAC to share our families' voices this evening. We look forward to working together to strengthen outcomes for all students with disabilities. We wish everyone a safe and relaxing, enjoyable summer. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I actually have attended several of the meetings. You do an amazing job. Please keep it up.
Thank you.
You want to go?
Well, we have another
Yes.
discussion
Yeah.
item.
Yeah.
So, again, Ms. Powell, thank you for you and your group of, your crew there coming this evening. And as, to echo Mrs. Johnson, I appreciate what you do for the special, needs children in this, district. So, Natasha, I need to reach out to you and get a good electronic copy of this and possibly put it up on our website. So we can talk about that maybe this week later. All right, thank you. We do have a second discussion item this evening. Here with us tonight, we have two supervisors. We have Delane Wilson, who's our Supervisor of Student Support Services, along with Mr. Klein, Steve Klein, who is our Clinical Support Services Supervisor, and they are going to give the mid-year Department of Ed student safety data system report. If I did that correctly, I do believe that Mr. Wilson has furnished the board a black and white copy of his presentation. So, Mr. Wilson, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Just trying to get things connected. I do have a PowerPoint presentation that we can go along with. So, yeah, please. So I'm here to report the Student Safety Data System Report. Each year, the Board of Education requires the district to report their incidents of violence, vandalism, substances, or other incidents that may lead to removal out of the classroom or the school. Here is the total of the 2025-26 incidents. This is reported from September 1st to December 31st, 2025. This is the reporting period, and these are the total incidents that were for the entire school, that period reporting period. And it's broken down into by schools, by incidents, and what actually occurred. You can go to the next slide. Here we go. We're broken out by each school. You'll see there's the number of incidents, there's the consequences, there's the grades of the students, there's the dates of the incidents. I will note also there is a section that says of police involvement. I may note that many of those is due to the SRO that's located in the building, not outside police being called. Also the investigator who was the one conducting the interview. We can go. Just shows one highlight, James W. Lilly had no incidents of violence, vandalism, or substances. So I do want to give kudos to that school. Yeah. We'll continue to go through. Now you can slow down a little, just so they can get a view. Okay. It's broken down by school. We can continue through. Go ahead. All right, now, so here we come to a comparison report from the previous year reporting to where we are now. So if you do notice, there's a decrease in total incidents. In 2024-25, there were 118. Now we're at 102. So that was definitely an improvement. Violence from the previous year was 63 compared to 65 to this year. It's a slight increase. Definitely something that we're continuing to work on as a district. Vandalism, there was a slight increase. Substance abuse as well, there was an increase by 1 incident. Weapons, there was a decrease, so that's definitely an improvement. HIBs confirmed, we're down from 49 to 28, that's a major improvement. The alleged HIBs as well, we're also in an improvement area, and also other incidents that were leading to removal, we're down as well, and that's an improvement. And that is the trend that we're seeing. We can go to the next slide. Here is in a graph form to show you from the previous year to where we are now. I would say there are some certain schools that, have shown an uptick, but I would think as a whole, you'll start to see that there was more of a decline as we look in total from the districts. This is a snapshot. Blackwood Elementary had some significant change in violent incidents from the previous year to this year. Ariel Elementary, they actually decreased. James W. Lilly improved to 0 reported incidents. The middle schools continue to show the most incidents of vandalism, the weapons offenses. Union Valley Elementary had a noticeable reduction in incidents for this time period as well. Some of the things that the schools have done to try to mitigate some of the things as far as anti-bullying programs, Brave Weeks, different programs that they've implemented to try to, again, counter some of the things that are occurring in the school. These are a breakdown of the programs and trainings that the schools are actively participating in, and I know on a yearly basis, they're always looking to engage in more. Go to. And again, as I said, thank you to the board, ladies and gentlemen, for your time and being able to report this data. We also added my name, my number, Mr. Klein's as well. If there are any additional questions, we can be reached to provide additional feedback. If that would actually conclude the
We'll do
report.
that in public comment. I'm sorry, my mic wasn't on.
Okay.
Figured I'd have a license at this point.
Is there anyone on the board that has any questions?
I have one question. With regards to weapons, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about like water bottles?
Weapons can be something, they can have picked up something in the classroom. It could be a book. It could be a shoe. They categorize that as something of a weapon.
Any other questions from the board? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So back to the report of the superintendent, Mrs. Johnson. Now on action items, if I could ask please for a consent resolutions on items 7.2A through 7.6X as amended.
Anyone can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
She moved. Are you seconding?
And then I'll sign it.
thank you. Any questions?
I have a question. I know that Mr. Bilodeau has worked tirelessly in explaining the subs and the new rates and the changes and all of that. And I appreciate it. I am personally still not comfortable to vote. Does this have to be done today, or can we table this for July's meeting? So therefore, maybe we can have a workshop or something that the whole entire board could ask questions and get the ins and outs and see if there's anything that worst case scenarios, like if this is the be end and end all, or just anything, does it have to be done today? I'm not saying that I don't support you. I'm not saying that.
I would say that not taking action on this item tonight could impact the operations of the substitute workforce for September.
Okay. But if we take action in July, could that still, like, we can just go on our merry way, right?
Let's put it this way. I think to the extent that you act, it needs to be done as quickly as possible. That doesn't mean.
I mean, could we even have a special meeting? Like, could we?
Anytime with 48 hours notice, Mrs. Hendry.
Not that I'm saying that this is part of the reason why I abstained from the budget. I understand that things needed to be done. So therefore, we didn't burden our taxpayers. But we didn't really understand the fallout, what it would cause. And this is the fallout. The fallout is we do this, but there are subs and there are people and there are team members who have this. And listen, I'm only one person out of 9, so I am motioning to table. If you agree, awesome, and if you don't, I will just figure out in my head, but that's my thing.
I'll second that.
So you just need an all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, you know what? Let's do a roll call for that one, just because I did do a roll call vote.
So there's a motion and a second, so.
This is a motion and a second to
Dina
table.
And Marianne seconded. This is the table, what action, what item?
We're tabling 7.6R and S.
R and S. Okay, now you want a roll call on that, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh.
This one on.
You're on, and you're on.
So I got time. All right, now we're good. Ms. Dentino,
Yes.
Mrs. Galnick,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
Yes.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Pillis,
Yes.
Mrs. Tursi,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
All right,
The
let's table.
motion to table carries.
Anyone else have any questions? Comments? Seeing none? Roll call, please.
Ms. Dentino,
Well, abstaining on 7.6T.
put your thing on, please.
Abstain 7.6T. I'm a no on 7.6 I, J, L. And it was gonna be R and S, but you tabled it.
Balance.
A balance yes. So.
Okay, Mrs. Galnick,
Hold on a second. I'm a no on 7.6I. And the rest I'm okay with. Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
No on a 7.6I, no on 7.6J, no on 7.6L, and abstain on 7.6T. Yes, and the rest.
Mrs. Maschke,
Yes, as amended.
Mr. Pillis,
Yes, as amended.
Mrs. Tursi,
Yes, as amended.
Mrs. Henry,
Yes, as amended.
Mrs. Johnson.
Abstain on 7.3A. Yes, as amended. On the balance.
Noted.
We have the report of the business administrator, please.
Yes, my report begins on 8.1 with the board secretaries and cash summary report and goes through 8.7P, not including 8.4H and I, removing those from the vote. That's engineer.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second. Any questions? Comments?
I have a question. 8.4 AI. With regards to the dates for the school board meetings. I thought when you did the super notes, you had proposed new dates, but these are the same dates that were listed on 5/11.
That's correct.
Okay, so we're not changing any dates.
No. Not as proposed.
Okay. I do see here that the majority are the third Monday of the month, which is amazing. And there are some fourth Monday, which I understand can't be helped due to school holidays. But the April meeting is something that I would think that us as taxpayers, in the event that the township has the same exact date that they typically do for budgets, that we would consider to change. So therefore, us as taxpayers who sit on the board, as well as taxpayers who may want to attend the meetings, that they don't have to flip a coin to see which one that they want to go to. And I do understand that there's needs to be something, but I'd rather be the better person and allow our taxpayers to attend both meetings if possible. So I don't know if, if we accept this today, could we change April? Or, yes, we can. All right.
Understood. Mrs. Henry, point of order, are you speaking of April 19th or the public hearing on the 26th, which
The public hearing.
the public hearing is driven often by a school budget calendar. And I will tell you that that may be subject to change anyway. We tried to interpolate it as best we thought it would be based upon this year's. Yes, there is a range of dates provided. We just picked a Monday, but you could have a budget hearing on a Wednesday in this building for that purpose, to be fair.
Like a 2-week window.
So when the calendar is published, I will get it to the Board of Education and we could approve it as is today.
And put a little asterisk on it, just a little.
Sure, we could put an asterisk on it,
Be human.
with the initials DH next to it.
Sure.
And then we could revisit it in the spring once that calendar comes out.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
that fair?
usually comes out around the January, I believe.
All right. I have one more. 8.5A is an apple. What is the dollar amount that we are essentially donating? I have a bit of a concern that we as a district is saying that we need to cut money and save money, but yet we are donating transportation. I mean, couldn't there be a nominal fee? We're always being the person to donate. But what are we getting in return?
The answer to your question is there could be a nominal fee, but this is a agenda item that has been routinely presented to the Board of Education, just a matter of routine. These are our resident children attending the police academy. I have had transportation supervisors look at that. This is about $3,000 in labor and fuel costs. I did ask for a workup, so that's what you're talking about. And it's a lot of, how many trips are there? 20 trips.
Not to exceed 20.
Yep. So that's the history to give you context. But could a fee, we don't have a policy that drives such a fee. It's usually just been, presented in kind of the honor system in the past.
Understood, but at the same time, yes, there are children who are our school children who attend this, but it's not like a free camp. These children, the parents, pay for this. So I would think in the future that if we could oppose a fee, so therefore we're not, because there's a cost associated with it. What would happen, God forbid, that the bus gets into an accident with going, to the jail? Then it's on us, correct? Like,
Correct.
No bus and our employees, no bus.
our employees, rising gas costs, all these things. My thing is, we're talking about needing to cut, but yet here we are, the goodwill ambassadors. There has to be something, because then they're going to come to us for the pumpkin festival. They're going to come to us for the beer festival. When is it going to stop? When are we saying, you know what, enough is enough? You have to pay something. I mean, at least give me free mulch for the school. I mean, it has to, and we've talked about this, it has to be some sort of barter system.
So in the future, for this item, we would want to propose a nominal fee.
Yes.
Okay, I have a note here for that.
Anyone else have questions, comments?
I do.
Okay.
Gene, it wouldn't be fair on your last meeting for me not to challenge some checks. Look, is Sonny out there? Sonny, listen to this. Check number 141351. All right? District mulch. $432. I can't buy mulch for that much for my own house. He bought enough mulch for the whole district. Shout out to Sonny. Thank you. That was a great check. I can't believe it. So we don't need free mulch if Sonny can get this prices.
Bet you didn't expect that compliment.
Then I got, I'm blown away. Well, the whole district? $400? Wow. Now, and then I can't go on record without saying, I was looking all over for my Brett Denovi. It was under $1 million this month. 944,000. 56,000 less than $1 million just this month. So just want to put it out there that it's under $1 million this month. Kudos to Brett Denovi for getting under.
That's all.
Okay, I also have a question. In April on our bill list, check number 140744 was for $8,550 to Broomberg. Then on this month's bill, it's check number 140744, the same number, for $8,550. And then another one at 141210 for $8,550. Is this a misprint, or are we sending two checks? And why is April and again this month?
Yeah, I would have to look those up. I mean, I don't have it in front of me. I have to see the purchase orders and see what they're for. But we can get back to you on that.
Appreciate that, thank you. 140744 and then 141210.
Who's the name of the vendor?
It's Broomberg, B-R-O.
It's a law firm.
B-E-R-G. And also I want to tell you, you must have done something fantastic because the electric bill at Mullen has been absolutely great. Not great, but it hasn't been exorbitant as it was in the past. So you did something good. Thank you.
I didn't do anything. The board approved the rod grants, which gave us a new chiller there, which that chiller was from 1995. So it's modern technology.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Okay, and then can we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Dentino,
I'm a no on 8.4G, A, B, C, D, E, and G. 8.4 Q, R, Z, and abstain on 8.7P. Fresh, yes.
Mrs. Skalnick,
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson,
No on 8.4G, A, B, C, D, E, and G, and abstain on 8.7P. Yes, and the rest.
Mrs. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Pildes,
Yes.
Mr. Tercey,
Yes.
Mrs. Henry,
I want to. I don't know if the right word is abstaining or saying no to check number 141210 until we find out what that's about. And yes on the balance.
is that a no or abstention on that one?
Go with the thing.
Okay.
I think that's what I can.
Mrs. Johnson,
Yes, abstain on check number 141315 and 141464, and yes on the balance.
thank you.
Mr. Bilodeau, any old business?
Actually, I do have one bit of old business. I did want to, Board of Education received a letter from a parent requesting that lacrosse as a sport be added to Glen Landing Middle School. And I asked the athletic director at Charles Lewis, Mr. Small, to do some investigation for me on how many middle schools in our general area offer lacrosse. It's interesting to, not so surprising to me, since I have a son that plays. All the schools in our area in Burlington County have some form of lacrosse. They would be Medford Memorial, Morristown, Harrington and Mount Laurel, Cinnaminson, Marlton, Demassey and Marlton, Southampton, Indian Mills, and Northern Burlington. Only one school district in Camden County, and specifically only one of their middle schools, Cherry Hill, which is Rosa Middle School, offers lacrosse. I wanted to just, for the board's own information, it is typically a sport that is run in high schools. It is the big difference between the format, how you see boys versus girls lacrosse. But I just don't think there is sufficient Camden County schools to offer competition if the board were to be inclined to go in that direction. Of course, unlike Cherry Hill, I would not ever recommend that we just pick one of our schools. It would have to be uniform, and it wouldn't just be for one, meaning female. It should be offered to boys as well. So I just wanted to update the board under old business. That is a little bit of a dichotomy of what lacrosse looks like in South Jersey from a middle school perspective. Second item under old business, I wanted to wish a farewell and continued success to Mr. Long. I know that you say, Mr. McCauley, best wishes to you and to Mr. Mercado. Thank you for your service to our district for all these years. I wanted to congratulate, this is the third item on the, I guess this is new business. Well, yeah, I have
We can
something
do
under
new
new
business.
business later, because we have some people here, but I'll wait.
Okay,
But under old business, those two items, thank you for your.
okay. All right, now new business.
I wanted to congratulate Mr. Wren, who's seated out here as the new principal of Choose Elementary School. And Mr. Wren, best of luck to you. And Mr. Ferrante, I want to wish you luck as our new HR supervisor. So continued success to both you gentlemen. Good luck. I think you know.
Anything else?
No.
That's it. Thank you. All right, at this time, we'll open the floor to public comments. Mrs. O'Donnell, would you like to join us?
Jen O'Donnell from Ariel, just like Mr. Bilodeau, just like old times. So I didn't realize how much my questions would pertain to this evening, but after listening to the audience, wow. Mrs. Johnson, can you tell me who's on the budget committee?
I would have to look that up. I will be right back.
Unless people want to just volunteer that information. That'd be
I
great.
was.
Budget?
Finance, yes.
Mrs. Stantino, people are pointing at you. You're not on the budget committee?
No.
Okay. So I watched the last meeting on YouTube, and Mr. Tercey oddly made a motion for backup information for the budget. And it was just left as a motion on the floor. But this was after the budget was voted on, that he's now asking for detailed information on the budget. I just happen to know, have been on the budget committee before, the detail that not only the budget committee gets, but all board members get a pretty packet of information with details of the budget. So my question is, were the board members provided what traditionally was provided regarding the budget prior to them voting on it? And if so, why are board members asking for details if that had been given?
The answer is the board members in the budget committee were given, as well as the board members, budget, the sheets on appropriations. And then we had established the original budget, and then, you know, the deficit from the original cast of that budget forced a great deal of of cuts. So the board members, Mr. Tercey asked for more finite information last month, which was provided.
So they were given like the line by line by line per department budget as traditionally given.
I believe so, yes.
You believe so?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you.
No, she said
Email to all board members.
she wasn't on the committee, but the board members were given the same information that they were traditionally given.
Anyone else like to
That's not
speak?
true. That's not an accurate, but no, I'm not gonna, no, I'm just, that answer wasn't accurate. Just putting that out there. Was not given that way.
We'll do board member comments.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kelly Porter. I'm Gregory Porter's mom. I'm here often. I just wanted to, I was so confused back there. I was asking questions because one, I can't hear you guys real well. I don't want to be rude, but it's hard to hear back there. And two, I was confused in the year because I didn't realize this ended in December 31, 2025. That's what I was trying to figure out in their proctor, whatever they were doing. I wasn't clearly understanding that. So I didn't have a packet initially. We ran out upstairs. And I just wanted to know, Gloucester Township Public Schools was awarded $160,000 earlier this month for high impact tutoring. And when I asked for information on that and how it would be used from CST, I was told from Mrs. Faris that I would have to speak to the school, that they didn't know that would be through finances. So I was just wondering if anybody knew how that was going to be allocated and into what students.
Good evening, Ms. Porter.
Hi, Mr. Whitmer.
That information probably is in the Department of Curriculum Instruction. I would have to get how those allocations of that grant are going to disperse through our schools and let you know that information.
I would appreciate that because me and my husband are paying for tutoring.
Okay.
And it would be nice that, you know, for kids who are multiple levels below an MD to have some transparency here for parents. My other question was that, is there any intention in the school district to have our new director of special services meet with the parents and meet and greet prior? Because I don't feel like there was a lot of transparency with our last director, and I'm not here to knock anyone. I'm just here to be a mom, and I want to know who's going to work with my child or the people above, you know, under her.
It's interesting.
What specifically is your question?
Are we going to meet with your new director? Is the district going to like invite us into the school and have like an open house with something informed, like how they had for CPAG when CPAG originated, something in the school district where special education students and parents can, or even just parents can come and meet and greet. I've heard of it in other districts. I'm just wondering if there's an intention in our district.
That's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea. I don't know if we have plans for that. I will speak to Ms. Trainer about some type of forum like that, and if we do that, we'll announce it.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I can help, you can email me, Mr. Bilodeau. I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Long, for your years of service. Good luck.
Anyone else like to speak?
I have a question.
Kelly Rutter, I live in Blackwood and I am a teacher at Lilly. I just have a question about the reports. How, oh, sorry. How is the information given or reported? And I guess I was looking for also a clarification. Was it 0 incidents reported or were there nothing was reported? I'm just curious, like, was there a report not given or were there 0 incidents reported?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
School district, they're required to report any incidents that occur. So there was no incidents reported, that they're stating that there were no incidents that they were able to report.
And we rely on the building level for that
Right,
information,
right.
correct?
That comes from the building level. That report is generated from information that's provided from the building level.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? Seeing none, this portion is closed. All right. So at this time,
Board member comments and then go back.
we're going to open for board member comments.
You want to go first?
No, you go.
All right, I get to go first. CPAG committee, let me just give a hot shout out for you. I don't know if the parents realize this is a volunteer parent group and their technology is phenomenal. Like you did the PowerPoint, it could have been up there, you know, I know it. And kudos. I went to the January hot chocolate thing with the books and all. You had me at hot chocolate, but you were phenomenal. I recommend any parent that has a special ed child, see what our district is doing and see what these lovely ladies, basically, you have a great team at the thing. And I appreciate your time and effort. It does go unrecognized sometimes, but shout out to them, and I hope it keeps growing and you keep coming back and we get feedback. Guys, if our community is not involved, our school's going to flop. Okay, so thank you to all you for coming out tonight. Student, you're welcome. Student Data Center, if we have a trend and it's going down, talk to those principals, find out what they're doing. Because all the schools, I hope, violence, guns, weapons, whatever, goes down. So if there's a trend going down, ask the principals, what are you doing? All right, but shout out to you guys for that presentation. I was at graduation, beautiful ceremony. Miss Henry did a beautiful last speech. Took me 30 seconds over Lewis's graduation, by the way. But we did it. We made it through. She was an emotional mom, but great speech. Glen Landing did a shout out to the people who got perfect attendance. I would recommend to Lewis and Mullen to also add that to their ceremony, and it'll increase our absenteeism or decrease the absenteeism and get the students back in the mindset of you miss school, you miss out, you know. And so shout out to all the graduates that graduated. Dan and G, nice working with you. I only had half a year with you. I guess that was enough. But I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and both of you, thank you. All right, Mr. Ferrante, congratulations on your new position. I wish you the best. You need any help from the board, let us know. Mr. Wren, congratulations. And there's one more out there I missed. Who else? There's been some shuffling of principals, so if I missed you, I apologize. But thank you all. And the parents, the subs, I hate hearing this term, and I hear it when you walk up. We don't want to get on the microphone because we're being fired. Don't think that way. Don't think that your voice doesn't matter. Come, speak out. Let us know what is really you're feeling, because if you don't have a voice, then what are we doing up here? Okay, so we're here to listen, not to judge. Oh, that's a thing. We listen and we don't judge. All right. Thank you very much, and have a nice 4th of July.
For the record, I didn't cry. I was on the brink, and Mr. Bilodeau can attest to that. I was on the brink, but I didn't cry. But speaking at graduation was really cool. And it was truly an honor. But speaking as a parent was even cooler. So congratulations to all the graduates and everybody who had the words and the encouragement for the graduates. That's a pretty amazing thing. I really want to wish Dan well. When I heard the news, I felt like I was being dumped. I don't deal well with change, but I have to say, from the years that I was a parent in the audience and here sitting as a school board member, my respect and my opinion of you have changed. And
From what to what?
from like, ew, I don't know who the hell he thinks he is, to, you know what, this individual has our district and has the school board members and the best intentions, and he gets us out of trouble. And he interjects, so therefore we don't get into trouble. So I appreciate you. I will miss you. And hopefully all the parents have an amazing summer with their children out of school, because I'm counting down the days.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I wanted to, is it okay if I go? Okay. I wanted to, thank CPEG for, doing the presentation. It was really good. I always love hearing, all about, the things that you're doing, for the township and for, you know, the kids in our district that, need you. So thank you so much. I also wanted to thank, our longtime attorney, 12 years. Dan, thank you for your guidance. Thanks you for keeping us all on the straight and narrow. Really appreciate you. Jean, really appreciate you and everything that you've done for the school board and, you know, keeping all the bills straight and coming up with the information when people asked you. So, thank you for everything you've done for us. I also wanted to ask Mr. Bilodeau, last year, in September, October timeframe, I gave a speech on, well, the committee was together and we gave a presentation on AI and we asked for next steps. And I just would like, maybe for a report on what's going on with those next steps. I know you told a few of them, or Mr. Trogue told us about a few of them that are happening with, you know, the staff and the training they're getting and everything, but it'd be good for everybody to hear the progress that we've made in that area. Okay. And everybody have a great 4th of July and thanks.
I'd like to say, for Mr. McCauley, you're gonna be missed. You did a lot of good for our district. Found us lots of money for sure. So you will be missed for sure. Mr. Long, you did an amazing job. You're gonna be missed as well. You did a lot of good for the district. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Martin on her retirement and thanks for all of her effort and knowledge for putting the kids first. Mr. Tercey and I did attend the Lewis graduation and they do acknowledge the attendance, perfect attendance. It was a nice ceremony. Thank you to the CPAG group. And then I have a little statement that I wanted to read based off of some things that have been happening at the meetings. During last month's meeting, one of my colleagues had encouraged the board to vote against approving Brett Denovi and Associates, a provider of behavioral services for some of the most vulnerable special education students in the district. I respectfully disagree then, and I continue to disagree today. As board members, our responsibility is not to oppose vendors or programs simply for sake of opposition. Our responsibility is to ensure that students receive the services that they need to succeed. When a provider is delivering necessary supports to students, particularly students with significant behavioral needs, our focus should be on whether these services benefit the children and help our staff to meet those students' needs, particularly when no feasible alternative plan is offered. I know we've been trying to hire our own staff to reduce that bill, and that's obviously an ongoing process. I'm also concerned about the amount of turnover that we've experienced in administration and among with our professional staff. Stability matters. Our employees deserve the board's support, and our students deserve consistency in people that we have that educate and lead them. We should be asking ourselves, what can we do to retain talented professionals, not create an environment that makes it more difficult for people to stay. At the end of the day, every decision we make should come back to one question: is this in the best interest of our students? That is who we were elected to serve. Personal disagreements, political differences, or individual agendas should never take precedence over the educational needs of the children that are in this district. I hope we can move forward with that shared commitment and remember that every vote that we cast should reflect our obligation to put our students first.
Thank you. Anyone else like to? Karen?
I just wanted to thank everybody all the substitutes who have emailed us, come out to last month's board meeting, come out to this month's board meeting. I hate that seems to be a lot of you that don't feel that you can come forward, but I really appreciate those that have or sent us a note. Let us know what's going on and how things affect you. As you can see, I think here tonight with tabling the one decision, it can have an effect. So I just wanted to thank everybody that had enough courage and to step up and let us know what was going on and what you really thought. Also, just best of luck to Dan and Jean. It was nice working with you for the last couple months. Thanks.
I want to thank CPEG for coming out. Very excited to see what you guys can do. And then thank you to Jean and thank you to Dan.
Anyone else? I'm left? Okay. All right. I want to thank both Dan and Jean for their all the good things that happened here. I went to Mullen for graduation, and yes, they did perfect attendance students were named too. I want to wish everyone a happy summer. Stay cool. This week's going to be brutal. I'm glad we're not in school because unfortunately not all of our classrooms are air conditioned. So I'm sure that would be very difficult for this week coming. Enjoy your summer and thank you for coming out.
We are not done just yet, Mrs. Johnson.
No, we're not.
We still have one item left for executive session. It is the superintendent's evaluation. So as a result, the board has to go back and complete that. Of course, Mr. Hutchinson and Mrs. Johnson, you are not part of that, nor am I. So following that, there will be an agenda item to accept the superintendent's evaluation, which is a legal requirement that we must complete each year. So I will say action will be taken, but it is just that one agenda item, and then the meeting will be closed at that time. So just one item and approximately 30 minutes.
Okay.
So you need a motion.
Can I get a motion to go into exec?
So moved.
All in favor? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Mrs. Galvin.
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson.
Yes.
Mrs. Maskey.
Yes.
Mr. Pillis.
Yes.
Mr. Tursi.
Yes.
Mrs. Henry.
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Abstain.
That's fine. Yeah, you should probably abstain too. Come to think of it.
Can I?
Yeah, abstain. Amend your.
Can I abstain on?
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
I'm overthinking, right?
Way over there.
That's what I do best.
Put Karen in charge. Motion to accept the superintendent.
Okay, that's easy.
That. Can I have a motion to accept the superintendent's evaluation?
So moved.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
Dina Hendry, yes.
Joe Tursi, yes.
Suzanne Galanek, yes.
Karen Maskey, yes.
Chip Philbis, yes.
Mary Ann Johnson abstain. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'm so tired. All in favor?
Aye.